What is up, everyone? Welcome to another daily trading hub video. In this video, I'm just going to be talking about EURUSD, doing my technical analysis on EURUSD and the possibilities of selling EURUSD. I want to sell EURUSD. So why am I selling EURUSD? Let's just dive into the analysis and let's see. So I'm scaling all the way up to the monthly time frame. On a monthly time frame, we can currently see our monthly lower zone. We can also see our monthly mid-range zone and then our monthly upper zone. So currently the price has hit the upper zone here on a monthly time frame. The price has hit the upper zone, and then we are facing a little bit of resistance on the monthly time frame. On a monthly time frame, we are facing resistance on a monthly time frame around this level. This level is a strong level of resistance that price is unable to break above. What other thing can we also see that's encouraging my sell here on a monthly? I can also see this huge bearish engulfing candle here on a monthly time frame. Another thing I can also see here on a monthly time frame is also this morning star looking candle. This candle looking like a morning star that wants to sell on a monthly time frame. So I'm looking for more selling opportunities for EURUSD to scale all the way to the downside. Also, when we see the analysis on the trend, we can also see that there was a strong push all the way to the upside. There's likely to be a pullback, and then we continue the trend if it wants to continue. So I'm going to be capitalizing on that pullback, and all these candlesticks and price action is showing me that price wants to sell here on a monthly time frame. So let's just scale down to the weekly time frame and see what's happening. So on a weekly time frame, we currently have our weekly mid-range zone. Just around this area, we have our weekly mid-range zone. We can kindly see that price is currently breaching our weekly mid-range zone and currently wants to close below the weekly mid-range zone, which is signifying that there's more sell. Another thing we can also see here is this bearish engulfing candle here on a weekly again, that is signifying that there's presence of more sellers. So where am I looking at? I'm looking at price coming all the way down to the next weekly support. Remember, we are having that exhaustion or that pullback all the way to the weekly support before, if we see any buying opportunity, we'll buy again. But our first stop that we'll be heading towards will be towards the weekly mid-range zone, so now, or the weekly support, which is somewhere around this level. So now let's just scale again to our daily time frame and then see what price action is showing us. Also on our daily time frame, we have a supporting trend, which is a downtrend. We can currently see our lower low, our lower high. We had our lower low here, we had our equal lower high here, and then prices broke down again to form our lower low. We had an equal lower high, and then prices coming all the way back here to give us the next lower low. So I'm looking for, so if we're going by pure trend analysis, the price is currently in a downtrend, and then we want to sell all the way here. Again, we have our lower low, and then we have our equal lower high, and then price is coming all the way to give us the next lower low here. So we want to be selling again, and our daily is also supporting our analysis, and we can clearly see that break of the weekly mid-range zone here. That level has been clearly broken around this level, and price is currently closing up below it. So what do I expect to happen? Before I take my analysis, I'm just going down to the 4-hour time frame. So on a 4-hour time frame, we had that strong push all the way to the downside. I broke the weekly mid-range zone. I expect a retest here, and then price continues to sell all the way back to the downside on a weekly time frame. So this is my expectation on EURUSD. I'll just scale down to the 2-hour time frame to get more precise. Okay, so very good. So the 2-hour is also in a downtrend here, a strong downtrend. We had a push, we had a little bit of consolidation, and then price push all the way down again. Like I said, I'm expecting a retest around the weekly mid-range zone, and then price will sell all the way down to the weekly support. Ultimately, we'll be potentially heading all the way down to the monthly support for that retest on a bigger time frame. But for now, let's just take it level by level. Our first stop would be to this daily mid-range zone here. This is our first stop, and then our next stop will be to the weekly support, and then finally we're heading all the way. But this is going to take a couple of weeks, so we're going to be taking it level by level as we trade. So right now we can see price currently pulling back a little bit, so I'm expecting this pullback to end somewhere around here, and then maybe a little bit of manipulation, and then price comes all the way back to the downside. So I'll be looking for a selling opportunity for EURUSD. If you want to join me to take this setup, I'll be sharing it in my Telegram. It's free. The link is in my bio. To the next one. Peace. I'm out.